Hello, everyone. It's your boy Josh,
It's your boy Tae.
and we back again with another review. This time, House of the Dragon, Season 3, Episode 1 review, titled Salt and Sea, Fire and Blood. So, pretty much the Battle of the Gullet pretty much was the main
Yeah,
scene, the setting of this episode. A little bit of other places, but that was like the main, the main place. So,
yeah,
Tay, what was your reaction? Episode 1, anything catch your eye? Anything you want to discuss?
yeah. Let's just go ahead with the pitch. But for me, is this the Dance of the Dragons is finally out of the warm up phase. Um, season three premiere. Uh, it just delivered the bloodiest battle probably in the show's history off the first episode, and possibly for real, the most, I guess, shocking death so far. You know what I'm saying? I mean, outside of season two, but
Yeah.
this was the reveal of that character death was kind of
Mhm.
shocking. Um,
Yeah.
and a major lore drop that connected deeply of the ancient magic of the children of the forest, which that is another Easter egg that was tied into
Yeah,
the
that was
Game of
Easter egg.
Thrones.
I know.
Like, yeah. Um, but yeah, if we go with story, we go based off the basing off of what happened off of season two, going into the ending of season two, going into this episode, where we see that Alicent's secret deal with Rhaenyra um automatically falls apart. Immediately falls apart like that. Not it didn't
Oh
even give an
yeah.
episode. It didn't even give an episode.
Nah,
That
they
drink
they
was
didn't
done in
even run
half.
to the end of the episode and fall apart. That thing fell apart
Yeah,
5 minutes into the plane.
it's
Plane didn't even make it.
5 minutes in. That drink was done. Like it was,
It's like,
you
yep,
know,
back to the drone books.
um, then Laura Strong convincing convincing Aegon, King Aegon II, to flee the capital, which that was also part of season two that they was going to do that because
Mhm.
Aemond wanted to pretty much knock him off with the world so he could take over the mantle because he was next to heir. But they were instantly captured in the Blacks' territory. When Aegon refused to bend the
Mhm.
knee, they find out he was it was too. It was Lars was being an idiot and actually gave away his identity. But we don't. We digress there.
Hey, hey, yeah, but say your man could have just like bent the knee to pretend, but your man
Yeah,
just like I'm
yeah,
excused.
yeah,
He's like, I would have made up an excuse like, yeah, sir, he's not mentally there. Look at him. I would probably say something like that, but you get what I'm
he's
trying to say.
he's burnt to like he literally can't bend a knee. He's burnt to a crisp. Like you can't like he's
Mhm.
healing. He's literally
Mhm.
healing.
They could have
Um,
said he was a cripple or something. They could have said something. But
yeah,
yeah, I guess.
and then and I also go and then back at Red's Keep, Aemon wasting no time, claiming the Iron Throne for himself, highlighting the deep in, his pretty much his deeply unsettling, manipulative thing, kiss. That was a crazy thing by so cause that's your
That was a
mom,
little.
bro. Yeah, yeah,
Them
that's your actual
Targaryens need to chill, bro. Mom and son is crazy. Like they
yeah,
already
that
doing
was
like siblings, like uncle and niece,
yeah.
but geez, sisters, geez, it get
And
wow.
mother
They literally
mother and
keeping the
son
bloodline
is
current.
different. Yeah.
Is
That
wow.
mother
That's wow. Yeah,
yeah. That's, as we all say, that's crazy work. Like that was crazy
that's
work.
crazy work.
See,
Is beyond diabolical, crazy work, all the above. I don't know. Yeah.
but then the funny thing about the whole situation is Allison is like literally using that to manipulate him though. like using his insecurities and his fears to, you know, get her into the deal of this, you know, this whole thing. She, you know, she pretty much realized that she completely lost control of her son, who's turning into a monster. Um,
Yeah, he is going on. He is giving like the Mad King type of, like,
yeah,
you know.
and
Even
then
though I
you
know
know
that's a
she,
different timeline. Yeah.
yeah, then she like pushing him to, you know, pushing him toward Hall. So just to get him out of the capital, because he's marked man now. He's literally a marked man now. He's known as the guy that pretty much, he's known in that cat and Red's Keep as the man that got his brother, who is the king, pretty much like killed. Like that's what he's pretty much in the city. That's what he's known for.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, you know, another plot, you know, another thing in this story was like, you know, we will go with, you know, the Rhaenyra on. Now we're going on the opposite side. Now we see everything on green. Team Green
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
pretty much mother and son secret hookup. We don't know what the heck is going on with that side,
I don't know
but
what it was. They had a make out moment, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
But now on Team Black side, you know, Rhaenyra is preparing to take, you know, exposing, you know, it was ready to take, prepared to take exposed King's Landings, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but her own son, who we find out is Chase, um, didn't trust Alicent's plan, or, you know, yeah, like their plan. She didn't. He pretty much called it a ruse. Um, and in the same, and you know, in that same moment, and in the same move, Jace used the Queen's Guard to lock Rhaenyra in her chambers. I
Well,
get it.
they didn't want her to go into battle because you know if she dies, that's pretty much the end of the world.
That's
That
it. Yeah, that's it.
she can't see the battlefield.
Yeah,
You
which that was the same thing what Daemon did in season 2 with his journey. Pretty much, he was actually doing to protect her because
mm,
they can't have her be captured or killed at this point, like at all.
yeah, it's over if that happens. The war is over.
Yes, yes. So I get what Jace was doing. He was not only was he thinking it as a pretty much as the prince, he was also thinking of it as a son, of him protecting his mom's from her own, pretty much her own head, her own thoughts at this, you know, at this point. Um,
Mm,
and it also showed that Jace wanted the glory. And he think protecting his, you know, by him protecting his mom, but his teenage arrogance, because he at this point at the time of the time jump, he is a teenager, pretty much almost an adult. Probably
yeah,
like 18, 19 at the time.
yeah.
I say
He
17.
didn't listen to he didn't listen to the train to fly. He didn't listen at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So, you know,
yeah.
and you know that teenage arrogant, you know, sealed his fate.
Mm,
He took Vermac into the sky and you know try to enter, you know, try to um you know intercept the Triarchy, yeah, the Triarchy fleet, and yeah, and
mm,
you know I saved that for the end, but we, you know, it's if you've seen the show, you know what happened. But then we go, you know, we go with the big, you know, before the whole thing with Jace, I mean,
mm,
you know, it's then we gotta go with the battle of um the Glarret, like the sea battle. Um,
mm,
you know, Lord Corlys and
yeah.
uses his supreme knowledge and the and other shallow, you know, shallow waters.
Mm,
That's why, you know, he's known for being known as, you know, the sea snake.
mm,
And you know, it's, you know, he Alyn, who is his son, one of his sons. turned into freaking Deadpool for all of a sudden to just start taking out everybody.
Yeah, my man turned into the Incredible Hulk. Just went rage and that.
It's like what's that group that took over the ship? Was trying to take over the ship. He done turned into a full-fledged assassin on that joint. Like he started taking out everybody.
Yeah, but you also gotta look at the wits of it because they was going through the dragon teeth, that little shortcut way, and he the only person that knew how to get through this. So most of this person up and out on the ship. So, but I think it was like 3 ships. Don't quote me on that. I believe it was like 3. Give or take.
It was 3.
Yeah.
And then like in the process of that, Alyn does kill Chikaro. To force the pretty much force them to retreat, and Corlys and his and their fleet was devastated. He managed to, well, pretty much he got knocked off his own ship into water where we don't even know where he landed at. We won't know till next episode when that's gonna happen. Where he done shipped off to.
Yeah, we don't know exactly where yet. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we
probably gonna wash up on the beach or somewhere. He's probably gonna wash up on the beach somewhere. One of the beaches, sandy beaches, something like that.
Yeah, then his ship is pretty much ripped in half. Like it's ripped in the middle. Yeah. So they gotta repair that. That's probably gonna be part of the season. And then we just go with the tragedy. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it and you got to this point or whatever the case may be, this is when I would say go ahead and this is when we
so watch it, come back, make sure you subscribe too on the way. Subscribe and check out our content too.
We giving away little nuggets. Like we're going with the key parts. We're not going to go with
we try not to go play by play, but we try to do key points of the episode.
Yeah. So the tragedy of this whole thing was that Jace, pretty much fate was sealed, and he died in battle. With Lord Corlys and his fleet, pretty much they've managed to bring down Veramax and him down into sea. And he caught 3 arrows. That's just that it is what it is. He dies in the sea. Because
the dragon got hit with a scorpion. He didn't learn from the first time. He got bailed out the first time. Still did it again. Still flying to it. Got hit. Got sink. Then as soon as he got up, they got him. Arrows.
Yep. Arrows came right in. And that's Rhaenyra's second son that bit the dust. That bit the dust ones.
They still got the other ones. The one she had with Damien.
But these the oldest though. Yeah, but these the elder. The elder sons. You know what I'm saying? But then we then I could go with we gotta go with if I have to if anybody know us when we do our joints or whatever our podcast is, even with our NFL stuff like that, we always give an L, and the L of this episode has to go to Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra has to get this L.
Yeah, because the problem she did was she brought a wild dragon to a fight, which she should have probably.
She never trained. That was not training.
Yeah, they're not really, and it looks like they have clashes between domestic dragons and wild dragons. They don't get along. So, I think she probably should have just got the dragon. That was a good opening scene, though. Her like finding the dragon. And they sort of bonded to a degrry because he bought like a goat or something, some type of sheep. I was like, dang. Because my first watch, I was like, dang, that joint left her on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Ain't her.
And then on top of that, it was that the Sheepstealer, like the name itself made you know that he was a wild one from the
She wanted
get
her
go.
own dragon, bro. A little selfish though. She should have brought it. Because she
Yeah, but
didn't, but Jesse may have had a shot.
he would have made it, but
May
at the
have got a
same
shot, but he
time,
probably.
exactly. But the only thing was by her doing that, it kind of like because the dragon was so wild,
Mm-hmm.
it was going to take it was either going to take Chase out or it was going to take her sister out. It was going to be one of the two. So it was like you was
Yeah,
better off not being there. Like for real, you was just better off
yeah,
not being there.
she, yeah, yeah.
Because her main objective from the get go was for her to protect Rhaenyra kids, the youngest, Aegon the third,
Really, all she
and
had to do was just go back. She
yeah,
didn't really have to go to the battle. If you actually think about it, her going to the battle was completely unnecessary. But I
yeah,
understand they did it to write it in to lead into Jesse's stuff. It makes sense from a writer standpoint. I guess they.
yeah. And then if we go off the lore, like like the scattered piece and the Green Man that they hinted in that as well in that episode. The man with the antlers, pretty much they call him the Green Man. Um, you know, it was a lot of things that happened in this episode that um
Yeah.
that tied in.
What about the dragon seeds? They said for aiming for the trap.
Um,
Yeah, remember they was beating around.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was a
were.
trap. So that was part of
Yeah,
Alicent's plan. They go to get Aemond to come, so
yep,
they can set him up, and
yeah,
pretty much King's Landing be open for the taking. I get the strategy what they were trying to do, but it didn't work.
yeah, yeah. That was the yeah,
And
cause
she
yeah,
didn't know
cause what?
Aegon wasn't there either. She didn't know Aegon was there because she was gone for a few days. Remember,
Yeah,
she snuck out
and
and was
then
gone for a few
yeah,
days. So yeah.
yeah, she snuck out to meet with Rhaenyra to discuss, to try to pretty much do a truce. But yeah, she
Mhm.
ain't found out about Aemon and all that till late. But you know, that's why I think she put, she was trying to get him to hand it Hall so she can, pretty much protect him because she, like you said, she saw something was up, and Aemon didn't fall. Just like Aemon always does, he does not fall for the trap. Like he's pretty much a step ahead sometimes when it comes to certain things. Um, but
Yeah, because with Aemon's situation, if he leave King's Landing, he's pretty much leave it open.
yes, that's it. Yeah, like
You have his
it's
younger
open
brother.
season.
His younger brother is with like the high towers and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then of course, there also with that, we also see another family that we are familiar with, and we see how that beef was continued
Mm-hmm.
for centuries with the
Mm-hmm.
Starks and the Lannisters. When when my man came in with the dude's head, the Lannister's head, and gave it to Damon like right off the bat,
Yeah.
so he could show that he was with
Yeah.
him. like, that was,
We,
you know what I'm saying?
we also got to talk about the most hated to Christian Cole. He look like he's going through PTSD in the woods and stuff.
Man, PTSD. Your man still hasn't went back to King's Landings or nothing. Your man been stepping away from that.
Yeah,
Matter of
man.
fact, your man. Not only is he PTSD, your man's heartbroken because once he saw Alicent drink that tea, your man was hurt. Like he was hurt.
Well, man. Hey,
She's
man,
like, I
he
ain't want to keep
smashing
this kid.
royalty though. He been smashing royalty today. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm joking.
Hey, I get it, but your man was hurt. She's like, she ain't keeping that kid or nothing. She drunk that tea fast.
Well, she
She got
can't
rid
keep
of
it,
that kid.
man. Tell you, she can't keep that kid. It wouldn't make sense.
I get it. No, don't get me wrong. For the story, from the actual story, there, I get it. Don't get me wrong.
Even yeah, for the situation, it wouldn't make sense if she got pregnant after the king died. Say that doesn't it won't happen. You know I'm
Now,
telling the truth.
yeah, not only that, it would be the whole Rhaenyra
They
all over.
need more use out. We all that.
Yeah. It'll be Rhaenyra all over again. They'll be calling it, sitting there talking about bastard sons and all that. Yeah, it'd be or kid, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's end it right. Let's go ahead and do the ending.
All
The
right.
setup for
What we give
episode
you a
two.
rating?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, ratings first, then I do the setup for episode 2. My rating for this one
Yeah.
is it was actually a great startup from comparing to the end of season 2 where they kind of left it at a cliffhanger type a deal. Like it felt like it wasn't finished. To now it's showing
Mm-hmm.
what the battle's going to turn into. The rating I would give it is actually I would give it like a 7.5. I think it's a good start off. So
7.5.
yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give it 8. What's I go is like 6.9. If I'm gonna be harsh, but I would say it's about an 8. Great opening scene, the battle,
Mhm.
the storyline,
Damn.
the death.
Yeah, I'm about to say matter
I'm
of
gonna say
fact,
an 8.
Alyn.
7.9 will be the
Yeah,
lowest I go, but I say 8. Just the way it started off with a
you know
bang.
what?
One of the most
You got
bloodiest battles ever. The Battle of the Gullet.
yeah. I would actually say yeah. You changed my mind. And plus seeing Alyn taking out everybody on the boat. Yeah, I give it an 8. My bad. Yeah, I give it an 8.
8. 8. This is probably one of the first episode one. The season opens probably of the entire House of the Dragon series.
Yeah, it's probably the best one out of the 3
The
seasons.
best one. Out of all the 3 seasons, it's probably the best first episode.
Yeah,
Because season one was like a build up. It was like
yeah.
building up the storyline. So season one, you saw they got it. Season one was more storyline. Season two,
They
not so
try to
much.
tie into they try to tie into
Yeah,
the
season two,
story
not
aspect
so
of it,
much.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
but
So I'm gonna give it. I want to stick with staying on 10 toes down. I'm gonna give it an 8. What you give it? Did I change your
I
mind?
give it.
Uh
Yeah, no, you did. It was an 8. I give it an 8. It changed my
oh.
mind. It
Okay.
was an 8.
Oh,
And then
okay.
then
All
I
right.
go with yeah. Then we go
Leave it
with
up.
the
Mhm.
yeah you know then we go with the setup for episode 2. Rhaenyra is now entirely consumed by vengeance. Now that she know that now she's gonna know that Chase died in battle. Um, Damon is ready to paint King's Landings red because he's about to be pissed because that's his kid. I mean, not his kid biologically, but that was by marriage. That's his kid. Um,
Mhm.
and the fall of the capital is immediate, so it is going to happen eventually. It's going to
Yeah,
happen
it's eventually gonna happen.
drastically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They, yeah.
but
All right.
Damon. So they need to watch out for Damon because he's gonna be on hot. He's gonna be hot, and Rhaenyra.
Mhm.
Rhaenyra is definitely going to be on one because she lost 2 kids. Two oldest sons got murked off in the battle, and one was on accident because her nephew couldn't control the dragon that he was claiming. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, um, do you if y'all leave a comment on these questions if you want to. Do you like the massive change of Chase death involving um Renee and Sheepstealer? Um, or do you think the writers made a mistake by cutting Nails uh Nettles from the story? Because a lot of people forgot it was actually Nettles that actually killed Chase. But that's a book thing, That's we digress on that.
I know
Yeah, we digress on that.
they didn't follow the book blueprint. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really care. The,
No,
the
I actually
episode
like
was
how they did
entertaining.
it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I get it though because they try to add another layer by adding Renee and Sheep Sheepstealer in that, and it cost him. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because he didn't know that was her until they pretty much rolled up on each other. Then they was like, oh, yeah, you can't attack him. no, no,
Yeah.
no, can't.
Mhm.
You can't. He's gonna attack us, but we can't attack them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but
Mhm.
yeah, let us know below what you think about the episode. What you think? What would you have done differently? Did you like how they did the story? Did you like the battles? Of course, everybody gonna like the battles because it was a good battle.
Mhm.
What do you think of Alyn pretty much taking out everybody? Lord Corlys, even he got a few bodies as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was the
And
epic battle, especially on the ship. It was epic. Dragons,
yeah,
ship battles. It was great.
yeah, it was great. So yeah,
Yeah.
just let us know what you think,
All
y'all.
right.
In the comments and
All
everything.
right. And make
Uh,
sure like button, subscribe, comment, and also check out our other content. And as always, peace and grease.
Grease, y'all. And peace and love, like always. See y'all on the next one, man. See y'all on episode 2. Episode 2 coming up.